Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the AFV factory. So it's been about 3 weeks since my last video and things have changed quite a bit, so I thought it was definitely time to bring you up to speed with where I am with everything. So the last time I posted the E-25 was pretty close to being done, and it is now finished. I think all I really did was just since then and now just some extra bits going round doing work on the upper surfaces of the superstructure around the hatches and the engine deck, just making them look more grimy, adding the rain effects and the streaking so it looked like it's been a bit out in the rain at some point, and that's it. And now, as you can see, it's just sat in this diorama. Now, I'd always planned to put it in this, but the diorama had been built quite a few months prior to me even starting this E-75, and I did it so that I could build this factory gate kit that's here. So what's now happened is, obviously, I finished the E-75 and it is in effect too big to fit into this diorama. Just had this not been on here, had this factory gate not been on here, it would have fitted in. So what I shall do is, in the fullness of time, build another kit to go into this diorama, and then do another display case that I can put the E-75 in. I've got 4 more of these display cases to do. It comes with a sides and a lid. So yeah, so that's what will happen in the fullness of time. But for now, the E-75 is done, and I'm pleased with how it came out. It was first time doing this octopus camo, and that worked out really well. I'm happy with how that looks. And yeah, doing I normally do pretty beaten up vehicles with stuff missing and shell strikes, etc, and this one I built pretty much, well, it's complete. It's got all its components. The track guards are all there, all the tools are in the right places, the cables are in the right places. So it's a bit of a refreshing change, and again, I didn't go crazy with the chipping. I just did a bit of knocked off paint basically here and there where a little bit of wear and tear would have taken place. So yeah, so that's where that is now. So that will be put to one side, and as I said, I'll get a diorama done at some point that it can actually fit into. So now we'll have a quick look at the E-25. So the E-25 now is ready for a clear coat, which is what I'm going to be doing once I've done this video. All the chipping and the scuff marks, etc, are all done, and I'm pleased with how that has come out. Exhaust has come out pretty well. I'm happy with how that looks. Yeah, made up a little tow cable for it, so I'll have that wrapped around the exhaust, I think, or somewhere like that, as the kit didn't come with one. Yeah, so there's not much really to say about this. As I said, it's now done, and I'll crack on, get the clear coat on there, and then I can start weathering it in earnest, and that will involve a lot of dust coats. This is going to be a dusty summer offensive urban vehicle, and with that in mind, I have got this building facade frontage. So as I wanted to, this was my take on the 1960s Berlin Brigade camo. I just sort of I really liked it, so I thought, well, let's do a what if World War II version of that. So I shall do the paint up this facade in similar colours, and then obviously the idea is, with all the straight lines that you get on the building and then all the straight lines that you've got on this particular vehicle, it will kind of disappear and lose itself, and be won't stand out so much, which obviously is the prime objective of any camouflage. So yeah, again, that will be done probably on one of the display cases that I was talking about earlier, and this time I shall obviously make sure that everything fits before I make it. So yeah, so there'll be more to come on this E25 as I sort of progress with the weathering. So finally, we'll have a quick look at the E100 that I mentioned last time, and I did a inbox review of. So we'll take a look at that. So here is the Trumpeter E100 Stug, and as you can see, it is completely finished now. The barrel is off, and the wheels and all that are off, because I should be priming that once I've done this video. But yeah, it went together surprisingly quickly. I knew it was going to be quick, or quickish, because of the low parts count that it had, but it went together perfectly, and most of it is just big parts, big whole parts. It all comes in one section. So yeah, so it flew together. I think just sort of 4 sessions at the bench, and it was done. The only thing that I've done to it is I've just added some texture to the armor plate, as I have been doing, using the Tamiya, the light on that, the Tamiya white top, and then stippling it as it dissolves the surface, then stippling it with a stiff bristle brush, and then just sanding the top back. And I think that, I'm quite happy with how that looks. Yeah, it gives a good representation of the sort of texture you get with rolled armor plate, so I'm pleased with that. So yeah, excuse me, I've hummed and hawed about what sort of camouflage I'm going to do on this. Changed my mind several times, so I'm going to go back to using this 1946 AK set, which I used on the E-75, and I shall probably do, or not probably, I've decided I'm going to be doing a sort of a hard edge splinter 3-tone camo on that. So that should be fairly quick to paint. Obviously it's a big old vehicle, so it's going to take a bit of time to spray it up and use up a fair amount of paint, but yeah, I think it'll look pretty good. And once that's done, I'm then going to give it a sort of distressed winter camo in certain areas as well. So hopefully it will look a bit different to other stuff that's out there. So yeah, so again, thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. All the follows, all the likes, and keep tuned in, and I'll keep you up to date with these things as they go. So all right, thanks for now, and catch up soon.